Good morning, folks. I consider it pertinent to work on this topic, linking words. Very useful indeed. So I would like to present this topic telling you that they are used to express additional point. The most common ones are and you include a clause and, like in this case, the Aztecs founded the city of Tenochtitlan, stayed there many years. That would miss something. But when you express it this way, you say the Aztecs founded the city of Tenochtitlan and stayed there many years. That makes sense, unlike the previous sentence. Another linker or linking expression is as well as. Another one is in addition to, not to mention. They are usually accompanied by a noun or a gerund, which in the end comes up to be, which it is actually a noun too. She studied ancient history as well as Latin in college. Moreover, to express additional point, furthermore, in addition, plus a new sentence. Here we have an example. Julius Caesar was a general and a historian. Moreover, now you can expect a new sentence. He was a talented mathematician. Both sentences are, or both clauses are independent clauses. Julius Caesar was a general and a historian. It's a clause or a sentence. And then it connects with the next sentence. Moreover, he was a talented mathematician. You could delete moreover and it would still have or make sense. However, moreover, it gives it a certain grade of formality. There are other linking words used to express reason. Because plus a clause. Since, as, all of them are followed by a clause. For example, he repeated the instructions since nobody heard them the first time. As you can see in the image, he repeated the instructions since nobody heard them the first time. Since, in this case, means because. Because of plus a clause is another way to express reason. On account of, owing to, due to, as a result of. The Greeks expected to lose the battle owing to the size of the Persian army. All of these expressions, those linking expressions, mean the same. You can say the Greeks expected to lose the battle because of the size of the Persian army, or on account of the size of the Persian army, due to the size of the Persian army, and as a result of the size of the Persian army. There are other expressions used to manifest contrast. For example, although, but, even though. They are usually followed by a clause. Although the Romans didn't invent the arch, they were the first to use them in bridges. Despite, in spite of, notwithstanding, are usually accompanied by a noun or a gerund. Despite living to the age of only 33, Alexander the Great built a huge empire. In spite of the fact that Alexander the Great lived to the age of only 33, he built a huge empire, would be another possibility. notwithstanding, however, nevertheless, plus a new sentence. It is often believed that Columbus discovered America. However, it changed the direction of the communication. However, this is disputed by some. However, this is disputed by some. That's Christopher Columbus. Time. We use after, as, before, when, since, as soon as, until, and while, plus a clause. The Middle Ages began after the Roman Empire collapsed. The Middle Ages began when the Roman Empire collapsed. The Middle Ages began as soon as the Roman Empire collapsed. The Middle Ages didn't begin until the Roman Empire collapsed. Okay, talking about time, after, since, this is usually followed by a noun or a gerund. After visiting the Valley of the Kings, we cruised the Nile River. Talking about time, following is usually followed by a noun. For example, the Great Fire of London broke out following a fire in a bakery in 1666. Subsequently is usually accompanied by a new sentence. The remains of the palace were uncovered in 2001. Subsequently, archaeologists discovered many more artifacts. Subsequently. Well, let's talk about conjunctions. Conjunctions are usually followed by a clause. And you know what a clause is. A clause is a phrase, makes part of a sentence. There are dependent clauses and independent clauses. Dependent clauses need a main clause or an independent clause to make sense. When, also, because, although. Okay, so although I had slept for several hours, I felt exhausted. Some can be followed by a noun or a gerund. Some, okay? Some can be followed by a noun or a gerund. For example, here we have a gerund after since. Since retiring, we rarely travel anymore. Since retiring, we rarely travel anymore. Let's talk about adverbs. Well, they are usually followed by a clause. However, moreover, nevertheless are the most common ones. It rained my whole vacation. However, it didn't spoil it for us. However, it didn't spoil it for us. Adverbs usually go at the beginning of the sentence. They can go, however, go in the middle. Prepositional words or phrases. They are usually followed by a noun or a pronoun, a gerund, or the fact that. Here we have some examples. In spite of, owing to. She accepted the job in spite of the low salary. In spite of. Notice that it is followed by a noun, a phrase noun. The low salary, that's a phrase noun. She quit owing to the fact that it was too hard. She quit owing to the fact that it was too hard. So that was the reason why she quit her job. Thank you very much. Okay, I hope you find it useful, and I hope you will spend your time wisely. Have a great day.